Hi, I'm Andrew McDonnell. I lead the revenue team for DataBlend and here to spend about 5 or 10 minutes talking about how you can invest in your SIAP practice through automation. So if you saw it in Las Vegas, DataBlend, we spend a lot of time talking to SIAPs. If you're on this phone call, you've probably gotten an email or call from us. We're really excited to be hosting the first SIAP Partner Meetup in Chicago. But when we talk to SIAPs, 3 themes really get shared often. Practitioners, they want to improve the capacity of their existing team and really just drive productivity improvements across the whole practice. They want to deliver better information to their clients, financial, statistical, and get it to them as often as they can so that their clients or people on the team can take advantage of the great visualization and reporting tools that are available in Sage Intacct. And in the middle of a talent war, staggering inflation and a lack of accountants, there's pressure to improve internal margins. This despite the fact that outsourced practices are often the best performing business units at firms. No pressure at all there, right? Here's the challenge with that. Hopefully your book of business is expanding, so your client list is growing. Even your clients itself are probably growing through acquisition, through expansion. That means new systems, and that means you got to become an expert in those systems yourself pretty quickly. So if you think about it, you could even have one client on multiple CRMs and multiple payroll systems. And these client expectations, they're changing. They want this data more often. If they were getting it monthly, they want it weekly. If they're getting it weekly, maybe they want it daily now. And as part of winning the business, you've essentially committed to, becoming experts on those systems and getting them the data they've asked for. Beyond that, they didn't hire you to be a bookkeeper. They want advice. They want forward-looking. They want guidance. You want to be able to spend time with them, telling them what the next thing to look out for. It's hard to do that because SIAPs also tell us that sometimes 20% of their team's engagement time is spent on this manual data process, exporting from a different system, manipulating it, getting to the right format, putting it in the Sage import template, and then importing it. We're discussing with a firm, I think back in January, and we just asked some simple numbers, and they estimated they had 35 staff who were involved in data integrations and outsourced accounting, and they were spending 15% of their time on essentially manual data work. We applied, the capacity per year, hourly bill rates. It was something like 5,000 hours a year. This firm thought they were really underutilizing, and if you apply what their blended bill rate was, it was close to $1 million problem. So how's DataBlend, going to contribute to all this? I'm going to say integration, and there might be some people out there who are skeptical or laughing and say, I've heard this before. I don't know if this is right. And I think it's okay to be skeptical. You're just the thought of saying, hey, clients, can I have access to your, thin IT resources and get into all your systems? Doesn't really sync too well with the value of outsourced accounting. They're hiring your firm because they want the power of Sage Intacct, but they don't want to have to implement it or subscribe to it. They want their numbers, they want their dashboards, but they want you to do the most of the work. And if integration is expensive or takes too long to implement or is very hard to learn, that's not going to help anyone's margins, let alone your clients' bottom line. And even though our system can do what we call direct API or data agent connections with over 100 systems, I think we support close to 600 organizations. For SIAPs, our suggestion is keep it simple. And here's what that means. Start with the client files that you're already working with. Either your team's exporting them or you're getting this via email. Take those files, drop it in a secured shared folder. This is a software presentation, so you knew there was going to be some acronyms or abbreviations other than SIAP. SFTP is the term I'm using. That's Secure File Transfer Protocol. Essentially, drop the file as is into this folder. SFTP kicks it over to DataBlend. DataBlend does all the transformations, pivots, joins, etc. Gets it into the format that it needs to land right in your SIAP console. Very, very quick, very easy process. And part of the reason we work well with SIAPs is we structure our platform to have the same console look and feel. One place for your team to have multiple clients. We have this concept called groups. See a couple right here. That can be client 1, client 2, client 3. All the data is segregated as necessary. And what's great about it, when you drop that file in, DataBlend, based on what the file is called, knows not only what client to send it to, it knows what essentially data type it is. Is it CRM versus payroll? So it knows not just the right client, but the right place to put that data. So with just this process, this flat file integration, we can help you eliminate at least 80% of that manual effort that your team may be spending to get that client data into Sage intact. And it's not just a mapping tool. These things like data quality reports, if there's missing, you get alerts via email, etc. And really rich data transformations, pivots, joins, unpivots. I don't even know what an unpivot is, but I know what a concatenation is, and we can do that. And if someone can remember during Q&A, I'll talk about how you can actually go up to 100% of manual effort eliminated with a couple options. All right, does this work in the real world? Yes, absolutely. First one, organization. This is really about time savings. Their client does quick serve restaurants, multiple locations, one staff person spending between 30 to 45 minutes each day putting in that data. The math adds up really quick. 45 minutes a day, 30 working days a year, 22 working days a month, etc. Apply that to the bill rate, and that's just one client. Another organization, this was hurting their ability to graduate to Sage. The client kept saying, "Hey, sounds great. Call us as soon as you have a good integration." DataBlend is going to help complete that graduation to the Sage Intact data SIAP platform. And the last one I'll share about, I like this one the best because this was basically during the sales cycle. The team said, "Oh my gosh, we should be including this in all our proposals going forward." It can help us set the right bill rate. It can help us allocate the right resources, almost using it as a competitive advantage in order to scale their practice and work with more clients. And that's really the kind of shift that we're hoping to affect with our partner firms. It's not just a software cost that you're going to pass on to your clients. It's really that investment in how your practice operates. And this is a little bit strong. I don't have a quote to say this yet. We have a great quote from Lavoie CPA. Thanks so much, Shirai. But this is the kind of investment and change in how you operate your practice. This isn't just about margins. This can improve your client experience. This can improve your staff retention and your staff recruiting ability. Say, hey, you don't have to do all that data manual work. We've got this system called DataBlend. It's part of all our client integrations. We've got a documented process on how these integrations work. We've done it before. Yes, it improves margins, etc. But again, we get if your team is spending 10, 15, 20% of that back, and we give you that back, or maybe 80% of 20, we give you 16% of that time back, whatever it is. Just think of what else they can do that. Focus on other clients, more value add activities, go get more clients, etc. It can really make a big difference. So hopefully you want to learn more. And one thing about DataBlend is we're there to help, but doesn't mean we have to hang out. All the things I'm going to talk to you about is available on this website. I think there's a link available in the chat. ROI calculator. Put in your people in your practice, put percentage of time estimates, bill rates. You'll get an ROI. You don't have to talk to us. Ungated demo. can download a value framework template. This is really great way for you to go client by client, system by system, to establish the level of effort and prioritize where you think something like DataBlend could offer the most value.